You are watching Eswatini TV, Sibuko Semaswati.
Sikumukele ehlelweni iTemidlalo lapho khona ke sikhulumisa khona imidlalo lebetendeka kule nami phela Sonvo. My name is Patizwe Msibi. I'm standing in for Fabrice Musonera. We're gonna be talking about sports and what was happening in sports today. Namhla ke mbukeli singasho ukuthi sikuphekekele ngagalaza njengaloku sitabe sikhulumisa indaba letahlukahlukene for ikhathi yona icricket lebedlala lapha eMalkens over the weekend. Sikhulumisa nayo ke itennis. Ngicabanga ukuthi everyone wants to know ukuthi tennis idlala 3 days ngibukela. I can tell you that for now ukuthi idlala 3 days sitawuva ukuthi ngabe kuhambe kanjani imphumela kwafika ngakuphi ke ngihambe ngedvana ngikhulumise Temidlalo ngedvana ngidabe ngihamba naye Linda Master resident analyst lesabe sihleli naye la sitshela ukuthi kwende kanti ke singakafiki lapho siningishintshala ngishida mbukela ukuthi sinebe cricket ngihamba ke vele e-studio sengihleli naye Jawad Mohammed lesabe sikhulumisana naye usuka ecanjini le Park 11 lema defending champions inzabe ye cricket lapha Even sabe sikhulumisana naye kuva ukuthi ngabe le team iqhamuka phon captain ke lecembu sabe sikhulumisana ukuthi ngabe lecembu lakhe lisuka phi lilana nje khona inyalo ambitions alo athini going forward. Mohammed, let me welcome you to the show.
Thank you for having me.
I can tell you now, this is the first time we have a cricket player. We usually have the association, of course, but a player. You are the first player to be here representing cricket, so you better represent them well.
I feel like I'm privileged.
You are?
Yeah.
Now, personally, what did your love for cricket start?
Okay, so basically in our country and usually in Asia, cricket is a white plate sport. Like everybody plays it, from the kids in the streets to big people in professional stadiums.
Okay.
So for me, cricket has always been there in the family.
Okay.
So everybody used to play, but when I came to Swaziland, I got the real opportunity to represent my country.
Okay.
So I represented Swaziland in the 19 tournament in 2018, and because of my good performance, I also got it to represent in Botswana in the national team.
Okay.
And I was also the youngest player in the tournament, age 16.
So what's it? Did you like when you were in Pakistan say, okay, the sport I want to play is cricket? Probably there are other sporting courts that I played there, but why cricket? And what made you choose cricket over any other sport?
Like I said, cricket has always been in the family, and you know when you get that family support, like you have more opportunities to succeed. So why not?
So you didn't try any other sport?
I did try a lot of sports. I played basketball.
Okay.
And I had an injury, so I had to leave basketball, and because of that I couldn't play soccer, but the love for cricket kept on growing, and I also joined volleyball.
Okay. So when you came to Eswatini, the kind of cricket you found here, how can you compare it back home, where I'd say everyone is like cricket crazy?
So basically talking, when I came here, I actually started playing like professional. Like over here, the services are good compared to others. There, we used to play in the streets.
Okay.
Much more like casual cricket and for fun. But over here, I started playing professional. Like I was given the training.
Okay.
To be a professional.
How did you join Park 11?
Okay, so I didn't join the team. I was first. We had an under-19 team, and because so that team got disbanded. So because now the senior team, they had to choose our players.
Okay.
And so different players went into different teams, and I got the privilege to go into Park 11.
When you got to Park 11, I hear they are dominating the cricket sport in the country. Was it easy to break in to the starting players? Was it easy to break in though?
Okay, no, it wasn't easy, but I somehow made my place.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you eventually made it to the national team?
Yeah, I did.
So you must be pretty awesome, right?
Yeah, sure.
Now, I would say cricket and the other sporting courts were delayed or suspended for some time. How frustrating was it for you guys who love the sport very much and you knew you could play because it's a non-contact sport, but you were still suspended? How frustrating was it for you?
Our frustration level was very high because, first of all, it was the final that we got like the final got suspended.
You got suspended just before you play the
just
final.
Before the final, and especially for us teens, we can't stay at home. We need exercise. We need to do something.
Yeah.
So basically it was really frustrating.
How did you keep the concentration going during those times? What did you do just to keep active, just to keep fit, so that when the games will
I used to just practice, like try to improve my bowling because that's what I'm good at and I want to improve it.
So they used to call it a fast bowler.
Yeah, a pace bowler.
Okay. So now that you are back, what are the ambitions for the new season, the season that has just started?
My ambitions are very high, honestly. I want to now make everyone proud.
Yeah, you were playing rock over the past weekend, right?
Yeah.
And they say you are their biggest competitor. Is it easy to keep the momentum going? You know everyone is looking at beating you because you are the defending champions.
Yeah, like that's the only thing that keeps us motivating to keep on winning because we can't lose. We have been dominating this cricket for the past 15 years.
Okay.
So we can't just lose now.
So how do you keep that going? What is it that you're doing right that the other teams are not doing?
What I feel like in our team there's very much discipline. Like people do what they're told to do. They play for the team, not just for themselves. Okay.
So that works for you.
Yeah, that really works.
So the feeling of winning at the T20, the recently concluded tournament, how is that exciting?
Of course, the feeling is always great when you win. Like I'm saying, like how Liverpool won the Champions League.
And the league after 30 years, of course. So the excitement is almost the same.
Yeah, it's almost the same.
What are your future plans then in cricket?
Okay, I have future plans. I want to, after I'm done with school, I want to go to university. And at the same time, I want to play cricket at an international level.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you believe you are on the right track right now?
Yeah, I feel like I'm on the right track.
If someone was to ask you, as I'm asking you right now, what do you think you need to improve your game?
I think I need to improve my batting. It's really poor compared to the others because when I compare them with myself, I'm very low down there.
But tell me, Mohammed, is it a must to know to bowl and to bat?
Yeah, there are some things you must know first, but like always you must start low and then you get a step like. But if you keep on practicing, you always get better. Yeah.
So now you're a fast bowler, so you wanna learn, you wanna improve on your batting.
Yeah.
Okay. Park 11, I understand they're gonna be hosting some clinics, cricket clinics.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Okay, so let's just talk about Park 11, like how was it established. So Park 11 came into existence in 2005. At that time I was 3 years old, so I don't know how. But all I know is that we used to love cricket and we wanted more cricket. We wanted cricket in Swaziland. Yeah. So we created Park 11 and then we started the tournament and more people saw this cricket sport and then more people made more teams. Now I think we have more than 10 teams competing, but cricket has came a long way from where it started and where it is now. It did came a long way.
So the clinics, when are you starting them and what's been happening with that?
Sorry?
The clinics where you're gonna teach I hear you wanna teach young kids about the sport.
Yeah.
When are you doing that? Or which areas of
usually
you targeting?
in the schools.
Okay.
The day we started the cricket sport, especially in the primary school. In primary school we do have cricket, so we teach cricket to kids in school, and like how students, they fell in love with the sports and they don't want to do it. So that's how you can see like a student wants to play cricket.
Okay.
But most of the kids, I feel like they go to soccer or either basketball.
So it's gonna be very key for you to catch them while they're still
it's gonna be difficult.
Okay. Now, before I let you go, Mohammed, this over the weekend you were playing your second game, was it?
Yeah, the second game.
You won both games.
Yeah, we won both.
Now it's called T20.
Yeah, T20.
There's T20. There is also.
There's ODI. Okay.
You're playing T20 now. What's the difference?
Yeah.
What's the difference between T20?
So we have three. We have the test match, which lasts for 5 days.
5 days.
Yeah, for 5 days.
Playing the same team.
Yeah, playing the same team for 5 days. I know it's long and it's tiring.
It is.
And then the second we have 1 day international that lasts for 1 day.
Okay.
And then we have T20, which is usually around 4 to 5 hours. That's the shortest game.
4 to 5 hours.
Yeah.
And it's the shortest game.
Yeah. So basically in T20 we have 20 overs. Both opposition teams, we both bowl 20 overs. That's 14 total.
Okay.
And yeah, the team with the most runs wins.
Over the weekend you won by 41 runs, if I remember very well. So, cricket terminology, that was an easy game.
Yeah, that was an easy game. I suppose it's because first we set a target, and our target, like the one we set for opposition, was very high. So we were relaxed, like we knew it was out of their reach. So we were, just playing around with them.
Over the weekend I talked to Asif.
Yeah.
And he said you just want to win everything in front of you.
Yeah,
is that the spirit in the team?
That's the hunger we have for the winning. That's why we keep on winning. We have been winning for the past 15 years.
Okay. But, I mean, sometimes you can get bored, say, I've won enough. Come on, let me just give others a chance.
Okay, now, like, you see, everyone goes to work, right?
Yeah.
They only have one thing in their mind, cricket on Sunday. How can they even lose the interest in that? And the fact that it's in the family, that means, like, you have to play it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So which one team you'd say you are afraid of in the league?
We're not afraid of any teams. All the teams are afraid of us.
So you're the team to beat.
Yeah, there's one opposition, the other, they gave us a challenge once or twice, but just once
just
or
brush
twice.
them away. So if you were to leave Park 11, which team would you join?
First of all, I don't think I'll leave Park 11.
But for a new challenge, test yourself somewhere else. No, let me hear your answer first before I tell the other teams to come for you.
So if I leave Park 11, of course I like to join the under 19 team back, because I feel like you connect in a different way with the teenagers.
Yeah.
They also have the hunger, they want to win. So I think I'd probably go back to the young Parks.
But you already played in the top division, so why would you want to go back? Because I don't think you'll find much competition back there.
Yeah, but then the problem is that we compete with big teams.
Okay.
So then I feel like I'll have more to perform.
Okay.
Because we'll be comparing with the youngsters and those people with the older ages. I feel like it will be a good competition.
Okay. In international cricket though, which player do you say you look up to?
Okay, in international player, we have this player called Babar Azam. In cricket. He is such a great player. I have not seen a player like him. He's one of a kind.
Okay. For you, who's been the greatest player in cricket that you've watched?
In the history
of the game.
Okay. So let's start with the bowler.
Yeah.
Wasim Akram. He's also called the Sultan of Swing, and he's also from Pakistan, and he's one of the greatest bowlers ever in the cricket history.
Okay. So you look up to him, and
yeah,
it's your favorite.
I look up to him.
Okay.
If I have a chance, I'll also get to meet him.
You've met some cricket players back home, professional cricket players in Pakistan.
Yeah.
Ever met any?
Not really, but some of them.
Do they get the celebrity status though?
Yeah, they do get a celebrity. I think maybe even higher than the celebrity, because cricket there is treated like in India. It's treated as religion.
Okay.
But in Pakistan, it's also has a very high status. I think people know the players more than the celebrities.
Okay.
Also myself, I don't know the celebrities, but I know the players.
You just follow the players. You don't care about any other musician or whatsoever.
It's just distraction.
Well, man, thank you so much for coming through, man.
Thank you for having me.
Hopefully you're gonna have you've been having great seasons all along. You're dominating everyone you're playing against. Thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you for having me.
We're gonna take a short break. Isihlangabethe naLinda Master Dlamini lo sister besisikhulumisana naye tindzaba tayo tennis and other sporting courts, including giving us more details on the games that were happening over the weekend kuyo yona ngathi tennis and of course cricket. But we're gonna take this short montage and we continue with our show. It's Temidlalo. nalo ke hlelo mbukele lapho khona sesihlele naye Linda Master Dlamini sesikhulumisa ke indzaba letinye so tasiniketa more details and the results lobo kwenteka over the weekend. Master ankumukele ngokuvusela hlelweni.
Phathizwe ngibonga komukeleka ngMonday ebusuku.
Sangifoko ufuna reference to libhola Eswatini because I usually have you there every other day master ukuthi ngiba nawe khona.
Yeah,
but it's a good change of the show.
Yeah.
I'm loving it here.
Yeah. Phathizwe ngicabanga but kujoyela me and you have been together for 5 years now.
It is 5 years.
But ngicabanga ukuthi angivusele imali yalviyo sekhaya ngingakhohlwa kubavusela.
As always. Master, I know you for a fact ukuthi for the longest of times you've had interest go cricket. You actually played cricket.
Yeah.
Well, for whatever reasons, I apparently got cricket. What happened to your cricket career?
Angifuni kwenza kakhulu kuma details, but I once played for a cricket club in South Africa in 2010. Ngashesheke ngasase ngibuye ekhaya. Unfortunately ngihambanga UAE tour. Lebe ihamba yabo Dubai glamave nje lapha ngangakhona ikhamba because bengi default bengidlala without a permit. Nangasho kanjalo but ubute Mohammed
ndawubutana nawe master ukuthi for you because interest yakho ne cricket I know it personally. Who do you think is the greatest player go cricket? Sekuthi master thing is cricket kuthiwa kune fast bowler kune bat lala bahlelela kubamba lamabhola kwancaka lama line do they have a specific name because babobani ngebona?
In fact Phathizwe la babalula ngemuva bo wicket goalkeeper then la labanye ma fielders nakuthiwa nje team captain wabeke kahle ma fielders akho khona infield kahle all rounder bowler strength. I'm a fast bowler.
You were a fast bowler. I don't think you were as fast nyalo master.
But ndinokhuluma ngema all time greats cricket ngicabanga ukuthi manje sekuthi ke labanye batawubala labatsala tsine ngala Sachin Tendulkar from India, the little master so retire ke naye Tendulkar, yes, one of the greatest batsmen in the history of the game. Bese so buya bo South Africa kune all rounder, the best all rounder lengangambukela mina Jacques Kallis abeta kunike ama wickets. He was a fast bowler kunike ama wickets naso taka bethe utakunika bo4 nabo 6 ngicabanga is one of the best. Bese so khuluma ngabo Sangakkara from Sri Lanka. Banengiphathizwe West Indies.
Did you mention McCantin?
No,
you don't have the whole time, master. I thought you were gonna start with him.
West Indies, ngifuna kugcina cream.
Okay.
Ngifuna kugcina cream.
Okay.
West Indies una Gale nayo one of the best.
I remember this cricketer for one reason ngimkhumbula ngayo kakhulu ukuthi beka nesibongo lesi style lakhaya Malinga.
Lasit Malinga.
Yeah.
From Sri Lanka.
How good was he?
Usadlala nedi vele iminyaka seyihambile. One of the best fast bowlers. In fact indlela la bowler ngayo ehlukile. Yes, ihluka kakhulu indlela la bowler ngayo. Then bese sote South Africa ke Sean Pollock, one of my best bowlers of all time. Then
I haven't seen this excitement when we're talking about football and you're mentioning great players. But now you are getting all excited.
Ngihlale ngithi ngenteka kube nginako lokuba Asian kancane because the love of cricket ngicabanga ukuthi ikulenye level.
And all along I think I have always thought ukuthi unenakho zabebhone namhla sesitshela lokho. Anyway, let's continue with the show, the master. Tennis. Galobamba idlalile over the weekend and it was intended to play for 2 days but igcina seyidlala 3 days.
Yes, bekune tennis series lebedlalwa Galobamba eqala Saturday yadlalwa ngicabanga siyakhumbula ukuthi ASAS Sports Academy beyasponsorisha sakhuluma ngayo last week yasponsorisha le series le nasikhuluma ngeseries ke Phathizwe sikhuluma ngelichungechunge imidlalo lengadlalwa nje 1 day ledlalwa le series le itadlalwa for 3 months shots nje for the next 3 months itabidlalwa siyibonile idlalile iphelile ngeweekend yadlala Saturday imidlalo yokuqala yadlala Sunday nayifika ke kuma finals ema singles angasakhona ukuchubeka nayo beka leader Bruce Saturday adlala kahle kakhulu even though angaqalanga kahle ku first set yena Derek wa leader 3 but wakhona ku recover Bruce unfortunately for him lengicabanga ukuthi Saturday if le game beyita ucedwa bekade ukhona kuincoba Sunday itolo namuhla in fact bese kudlalwa lama finals sekucezelwa lo mdlalo wa Sunday.
This was Sunday.
Yes, this was Sunday. Derek versus yena Bruce umdlalo obumhle kakhulu phathi njengoba ngishilo ngasi Derek wayicala kahle kakhulu bombona ukuthi utitshelile uteto utsheliwe futhi nanga Bruce because yathi Bruce une experience kanganani ku compare yena ku Derek but Derek he was prepared, he's been in the US alungiselela le series lena a best corner but Bruce on the other side uphethe experience and umbonile ngendlela la recover ngayo Sunday.
Yeah, master, the fact ukuthi Derek is getting the best training in the US where he trains the most of the time and he plays with Hayden Lovela from the Jimakona estate and you can actually see from he can play yak
kakhulu phathizo ngicabanga ukuthi bona ngesikhathi sekashaya ama returns even ngendlela beka save ngayo ukuthi is that player lo based khona eUS lo thola the best coaching in the US but njoba ngishilo ngathi beka dlala na Bruce lo mdlalo
one of the most experienced player in the country,
in fact one of the best is one of the goats at tennis angeke sibalekele lo yes yena Bruce Gama ngicabanga ukuthi he's been in the game for so long now and nendlela ladlala ngayo uyabona ukuthi uyadimisela every time akangena ku tennis court uyadimisela.
Well, he won the first set yesterday and it was first ukuthi ichucheko lembili even nekhamba kanye nama doubles kuthi achubekele embili master angenele adlale namuhla aqhethele but starting from the first set lesavela winning but Derek came back and won the first set while winning a tie break. What changed for Bruce?
Ngicabanga ukuthi phathizwe ngila testa khona I character if utawukhona ukuthi u recover ku trade from ku trailer uhambe uyiwina I game Derek ngicabanga ukuthi le character akabi intimidated ukuthi udlala na Bruce experience player ngilele sekudzinga ke kubadlali ngicabanga ukuthi kusifundvo ku every player ukuthi na even if ungaba 3-0 down but khona recover ubuye uwine igame Derek ukhombisile lokho ngicabanga nje ukuthi udlale kahle kakhulu uya deserve ukuthi kushayelwa tandla.
Now Bruce, for him we talked of the experience yakhe so we can question the character yakhe and all that what was missing from him?
Ngicabanga ukuthi phathizwa if naso be ku game for so long uyaye bese so uya relax in fact aka relax yena but every player usuka sasathi strength sakho nawubuka nje ukuthi every lama returns bekathi nasadlala nasasonzelelanga enethini bese yena Derek yakhona ku utilize le space lesilenga move angasakhona ku recover quickly yena Bruce but ngicabanga nje ukuthi isifundvo lesifunda no matter how experienced you are as a player kuba khona ema lessons lo atholako kuyo yonke igame nayo usitholile isifundo.
Master, now you're looking at because labadlali babeya ku long layoff after the coronavirus kwafosa ukuthi suspend ke ema games. The quality of the game we watched over the 3 days they reflect and look see labadlali they are a bit rusty, they just got a small time in preparation for these games.
I think asibanike credit if I were to rate indlela labadlale ngayo bengayirate ngithi 6.5 noma 7/10.
Okay.
Yes, compared to nawubuka lokuthi vele lesikhathi lesithe beba solo bangekho ngaphandle bajima ngicabanga ukuthi icredit bay deserve lendlela le game bedlala ngayo nje ubona nje sikhuluma kona ukuthi nayiqala Derek uqale wabonakala ngathi ufuna kuyidominate kancane unfortunately yaseseyimiswa kubabede kwemalambu wabuya namuhla wayiwina igame kuyatshengisa ukuthi be competitive kanganani le game yabo and bova ngendlela itolo nakuthiwa le game ayisachubeka ukuthi uyabona lo msindvo
Yeah.
wakhala yena Bruce kuthi besaphikile iform but ngale Derrick kwaba ngathi dingo dimhambela kahle nakuthiwa ayisachubeka game.
No, we must lokunye just before we take interviews because we talk to the winners and of course they're up. The issue of light. It's a beautiful facility.
Yeah.
The tennis center we have. It's a beautiful facility. But it's still missing that thing. We can have the players play all night.
Ngicabanga ukuthi my challenges lesinawo as a country phathizwe siyathi ukuthi issue facility la even inganani but nje ngicabanga ukuthi nangabe kwakhiwa le court le tennis court bekumele ukuthi bakufake
part of the budget.
Yes, because ama games vele like lama games lawa nje ukuthi angaphathanyiswa malambo ngicabanga ukuthi invo leyo lesekumele nangabe wakha ifacility lefuna ukuthi lefana naleya uyafaka malambo awuthi kakhulu uyambona Bruce ukuthi udisappointed kanganani ovephuka kanganani nakuthiwa le game ayisachubeki ngicabanga ukuthi vele kuyasilimata le spirit salabadlali but nje
master and umabuka the time they took deciding that ukuthi le game itaba ku postponed. I think they would have played that game.
Bruce was not convinced ukuthi sekumnyama on the other side Derrick bekafuna yena ukuthi le game vele imiswe
because it wasn't going good for him.
Kakhulu vele Bruce itolo bekafuna kumgcwaba yena Derrick lengicabanga ukuthi kumlimete kakhulu Bruce ukuthi le game imiswe bathethe isikhathi kungavunyelwana badlali bobabili bakhulunyiswa ama officials akhulunyiswa but nje issue lesinayo vele in fact angathi lokuthi cause isikhathi nangabe wakha i-tournament uyabuka ukuthi ema games akho at least angaphela ngabani because ngala embabane cishe ikhona court lenima lights labe bangakhona kudlalela kuyo lengicabanga ukuthi bebafuna kusebenzisa i-facility lensha
It's a beautiful facility
but ke isho malamba bekumele ukuthi bayibone.
I see the players themselves ukuthi what do they think about the labadlale ngayo over the 3 days. We're going to take a look at the interviews for the winners and of course the runner-up.
It's always exciting to win and put up a good performance for the people watching and also making yourself feel good about how you're playing and executing what you've been training on the courts, practice, so feels good. I think I had to be more consistent and reduce errors on my side and trying to maximize on the weak shots he gives me and trying to be aggressive as well. So I think I managed to do that at some point, but then there's still a lot to work on, as usual. I mean, it's a good tournament. I mean, looking at the current situation, if you're able to play tournaments like this and, compete, I think it's a good thing. That a lot of guys came out to play and support, so that's a good thing on the Swaziland Tennis Association to bring up these tournaments during this time, to keep the players active and have something to compete on. I'd say, I was a little bit under pressure, considering that I lost the first set, but I had to, go back to the drawing board with my coach and my friend, and we had to work on what I was supposed to do and not looking at actually what the negatives were, so I actually managed to do that in the morning and we picked up a few things that I had to work on properly, and I think I did most of the stuff worked on, and I think it's okay. I mean, it's not like I couldn't bring up a good performance, but I had to do what I had to do on the court in a situation, so that's what I can tell. No, I'm used to that now. I mean, you try to crack into my head, but then, I experienced that when I was a junior, and I'm over it now. I mean, I know all those, types of tricks on the court, and I try to keep myself calm as possible as I can, and trying to focus on what I want to do on the match, and then not actually focusing on what he's trying to do to distract me. So I think I managed to handle that properly. We're gonna go back and work harder, and hopefully come back stronger than this tournament, of which that's the initial plan with the guys I train with. So I think at the next tournament, I think I'll be playing much better than I was doing this tournament, and put up a good performance as well.
well uyasho ke Derek lapha ukuthi usitile le postpone kwale final and uyethemba ukuthi the next games utabadlala kahle but master getting from him confident
yeah
ukuthi if he gonna play like this his game is gonna improve.
Ngiyangimthanda umdlali lo arrogant ngangabeka kanjalo labanye baye bathi arrogance but sithi confidence
depending on interpreter
when interpreter kanjani but there is a very thin line between those two words. Ngicabanga ukuthi is a very good player lo sesemncane lo sakhomisa kudlala lo Dethembako lo funa improve njengoba umuvo ukuthi uyethembisa ukuthi next game next tournament utaba improve kakhulu but ngicabanga ukuthi i-tennis association asinikene credit because the youngsters laba kule program ye development ukhuluma ngasakhile ufikile ku semifinal ema doubles ukhuluma ngathando ma singles bakhonile kufika kuma semifinals badlali labo labasebancane and labaphuma kule program ye development yayo tennis ngicabanga ukuthi asibashayela intandla baka tennis.
Now master mawubuka le ndlela bokudlala ngayo for the first time I think in a long time tennis players came to play. There were 32 players, which was something lebe yisha kubo badlala cricket. No wonder the games adlale a period of 3 days. It shows signs of growth.
I'm happy ngalendlela labayibeke ngayo le series le parties ukuthi kule first two kutabe kudlala the locals then the third legcina batabe kuneba invite base Mozambique ngicabanga lapho batabe ba ready kakhulu because nawubuka lendlela badlala ngayo over 30 players tennis players bavelile lapha ngalobamba ngicabanga ukuthi nabo bobona le excitement ukuthi i-tennis buyile and nalendlela libedlalwa ngayo le game ngicabanga nje ukuthi I'm happy ngalendlela labayibeke ngayo because itawufika labase Mozambique sesi prepared.
Master, thank you so much for those for that insight kuyo yona tennis. We're gonna keep it moving ngembukeli sisale sikhuluma insaba yayo yona golf. Sithatha this short montage to introduce us to the golf topic.
feeling excited. It's a new sport for me. Yeah, I'm just happy here.
Kube kanjalo ke kuMantli Mark yakhona lapha eMananga lapho khona iwine ngentobeko Msibi Indlondlo shaye pass wonke umuntu ubeka khona lapha yakhona kuhamba empili master akusi info I'm not excited because I'm Msibi and all that but I am genuinely excited because it's not something lapho siva khona ukuthi women compete nema mates yabehlula more especially ku golf which is a sport for the longest of time so khona le assumption ukuthi it's a sport for men. But here comes Indlondlo efike egilisa wonke umuntu.
Sengivela ukuthi Indlondlo sengakhumbula ukuthi uNtobeko vele wakaMsibi. Congratulations kuye uNtobeko Msibi. Lo wine yona le Mantli Mark yaseMananga, beautiful scenes, beautiful day khona eMananga yayo igaluva. Lengicabanga ukuthi itimvo letinhle leto but uNtobeko Msibi kushaya bonke. In fact lo mnyanga acabanga ukuthi bekuneke ama category ukuthi mhlambe babodwa botsatse babodwa boba but ushaya wonke umuntu yena noNtobeko Msibi ngicabanga ukuthi naye udlale kahle kakhulu with 72 ngicabanga ukuthi parties khona eMananga njengoba ngisho ukuthi beautiful scenes nenzawo le kahle kakhulu siyibonile nayo iwater hazard labanenge bajwayele ukuthi nabakubona ngishiya kodilwandle ngenteka kube lwandle ngenteka kube idamu tonke letinvo leto but sikubonile lakhaya khona eMananga lengicabanga ukuthi itinvo leto kuyakhombisa lo si siyathuthuka
though master you sing the greens you sing le forward though look kusaka be green ngendlela because kusamsika kuna impact lokho le the grass might dry or
ikona kakhulu parties ngicabanga ukuthi every sport kuba nayo umthelela if the grass nangabe sojwayele wena ukuthi udlala ku green lo green logcwele nalamanti but nangabe u dry and uyabona nale color ukuthi ishintshile ngicabanga ukuthi ukhona kakhulu umthelela le bhola ayihambi noma le galuva ayihambi ngalendlela lehamba ngayo ngicabanga ukuthi kodwa kubacale kahle tawungena isama masinyane tawuna and kuyashisa eMananga tawuhluma kahle lotshwala lo tshani so but ngicabanga nje ukuthi parties yona igaluva yenda tinvo week in week out yadlala igaluva and siyayibona isezingeni lisedulu kakhulu.
Development wise khona eGaluveni ikakhulu kuMananga I've seen some few players laba compete khona empabane labancane how is the level of development khona eMananga? nakhona ama players ama young players akhona but njengoba usho ukuthi ukhuluma ngembabane ngicabanga ukuthi so far embabane club ngayirate ukuthi ihamba phambili compared to the rest but nje ngicabanga ukuthi nakhona eMananga they are coming up okay and I'm happy ukuthi a lady before Women's Day because it was on Saturday on Sunday bekuyi Women's Day so ngicabanga nje ukuthi wamelela bonke bomakena noNtobeko Msibi. We're going to take this quick interview master naye noNtobeko Msibi ukuthi ngabe yena wathi uva njani kwina more especially nyalo kule nyanga yabo make?
I'm feeling excited. It's a new sport for me. Yeah, I'm just happy here. I started playing in end of March towards April. It's just occasional playing during the weekend once off. So yeah, then the guys encouraged me to take part in Lama monthly marks competitions. Like this is my second one. Yeah, it did, of course. It's a bit dry, but if you get the drift and the direction of the golf club, like fairway, that's probably how you make it, because at least fairway go a bit better. Otherwise, in the bushes, they also go hamba go dry cool corn. Okay, I was encouraged by a friend to start playing golf that plays golf that I work with, so that's how I started playing golf. And then I told a coach. My coach is Mavaso, Jablan, Uyatiwa, I think, the whole country. So I'm coach the whole time. He's been off work for a bit. I mean, off the course for a bit because of work. So being playing practice with other people, but I'm sure he is going to be excited as a product here.
It's Women's Month. What can you tell us about that?
Women's Month, women all the way. Power to the women in Bogoto. We're proud to be women and being part of the sport as well, being recognized, and we competition to the guys now. We're living it up.
Thank you very much, and congratulations once again.
Thank you so much.
Giving men a competition. Let's put we talked about that, Master. Good see, they are raising their hands. Good see, just because I'm a lady. Say talent-wise, so very no advantage.
We need more women who sports parties for ukuthi le sports is tabane a different dimension and ngiyati ukuthi more women more men if you know
if you know you know
yeah siyabadzinga butsatse ku sport because indlela labadlala ngayo noma indlela abacabanga ngendeka kube thina sidlali ngayo noma sicabanga ngayo so if kukhona le balance then ngicabanga ukuthi into ephambili na kunje uyiwinile imananga monthly mark yena nontobe kumsibi wayiwina bakhona emamels ngicabanga into lenhle ukhulumile kwakhuluma nange surface in the bush vele lapho bekumadima khona kakhulu but la khona kuniseleka lo tshani ngicabanga ukuthi kunqonyana khona.
She won in a cause le ngathi ba demo challenge kune water hazard and I hear the captain saying it swallows more ball. We're gonna hear from the captain right now. Go for the hazard and of course COVID-19 regulations. How are they ensuring everyone because all safe from a coronavirus? We're gonna take a look at the interview from the captain.
Actually, it came from our RASMD, Mr. Nick Jackson, who wanted this water feature. And being part of the board, ISIS, so they facilitated that as well. Yeah, I think they enjoy it, although it's eating up a lot of balls. But they're excited about it. And it's improving their games as well. It's helping to improve their games as they have to maneuver around the water, and it's not easy. Since the easing of the lockdown, this is our third mark. So we started playing about 3 weeks ago. We played 2 La Begalanzelana in succession. Then we had a gap last week. This is our third mark. I think it's our June mark now. So we'll be playing July, possibly next week, and we should catch up in about September. All the marks should have been played. They're following those measures, and basically we followed what was given by government from remember when easing the lockdown, they told us that we have to take temperatures of all players. That we do, and caddies as well. We're no longer raking bunkers, and there's sanitizers all over the club. And fortunately for us, our toilets and bathrooms and waters, it's now you don't have to operate it. It's all automated, so you don't have to touch the taps, you don't have to touch the urinals. So all that is automated. So that makes very little contact with possible infections. So it helps. We're already ahead on that front. So, but generally, the players are, as you can see, all of them have masks as well. They come having masks, they sanitize, we don't shake hands, we don't exchange cards. So generally, it's a tough now, but it's the new normal. There's nothing we can do about that.
It's the new normal. We cannot do anything about it. It's new. But some people are prepared to deal with that, you're looking at ngendlela bebabheke ngayo ama-safety measures lapha kule golf course, Master. Uyabona ukuthi people are well more, especially golf players, they were very ready to go back by your computer, so they made sure that everything is in order.
If as such a responsibility vele everyone individuals athathe responsibility alanzelele imigomo lebekiwe. Sibonile mbabane bakwenda, sabona engonyeni bakwenda, emananga sibonile cishe tonke letinvo ukhulumile kwakhuluma nangaleti mbomba kusito lolutsinzayo vele lo ngathi Kansas utsinza tsinto ufike ubekele itandla kuphumelela manje. Ngicabanga ukuthi cishe konke la sambe khona kudlalwa egaluva yonke lemigomo nalemithetho iyalandzelwa
I think it goes to all the sporting courts laba avumele. You see ukuthi bonke abafuni ukuthi phindze bamise ngendlela labenda ngayo.
Exactly Patizwe. But again iwari yami ithi kube abakulandzeli ngawubona ngani sports council. I haven't seen a single official yaka sports council, but ke washo ndiwani ukuthi banendlela yabo lababuka ngala labalandzela ngayo, but ke that's a story for another day.
Ukhuluma nangoThazard captain lapha ukuthi it swallows the ball, but it improves the game because it's another challenge, another obstacle that we have to overcome usaqhubeka naye ama-games. Siyabona internationally, it's beautiful and ikehlobisa nale golf course.
Beautiful, challenging at the same time. Ngicabanga ukuthi vele ushilo wathi it's very very challenging for lama golfers. Some call it the penalty area. Ema world class golfers it's a penalty area. Ngicabanga ukuthi vele kuyi challenge because kudzinga ukuthi ube perfect because wayishaya dawungena lapha emandini sekulukhuni kuyidlala, but ngicabanga nje ukuthi invo lenhle lelo siyibonile mananga lekuyi challenge lenhle nalesha kuma golfers akithi.
Sibonga Master kakhulu lapha eGolfini. Siya understand ukuthi they are trying to catch up with the month njalo kungenyanga lefike letako nje bathe badlalela for July, then the other one they will be playing for August, then I think bathe bese catch up ile lapho ukuthi by September babe badlala ya September.
Onge cishe onke lama clubs nawulandzela kahle vele ba pusha le calendar yabo bangemuva because vele ama games bakamisiwe, so every week bayadlala bendela lo sibaphushe bayadlala emananga nje badlala ya July because bayicithile ya June le weekend lesibuya kuwele. Ngicabanga ukuthi vele ngendlela la baphusha ngabafuna ukuthi kusha at least September kube sekhanjwa ngale calendar yabo lenyanga leconzine nalama langa lawo.
That's just about it. We're gonna keep tabs on the other clubs. Of course, kuva ukuthi khona ngabe kwende kanjani baqhubeka kanjani nemidlalo yabo. Sitha uqhubekela embili ke Master Nyalo sibuke indzaba yayo. We're just gonna touch on the scores now. We talked about cricket, we talked about it a lot. The scores, Master, they were playing over the weekend, the games. Sikhulumile ngayo iPark 11 lingasho ukuthi they are the Madrid of the Champions League some 2-3 seasons ago.
Yeah.
They are the Liverpool of English football
right now.
If you're going to talk about this season, they are dominating everyone. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
Or they are the Juventus of Serie A.
Yeah,
PSG of League One.
You see, Bayern Munich, Bundesliga. We khuluma ngePark 11. Their captain was here. Ngicabanga badlala kahle kakhulu. Siyakhumbula ukuthi the first tournament labayibambile naku, in fact ema finals labawabambile nabuya ku break bawawina babuya ema games abo ekuqala ku season lesha bawawina. Ngicabanga ukuthi at the moment vele bangile team ledlala kahle kakhulu
because it's just when their first two games uyawina vele at the moment. Ngicabanga ukuthi bakwenda kahle cishe konke uyabona nangalendlela labadlala ngayo ukuthi bayakhombisa ukuthi bayi team lefuna ukuphindze babuyele bayiwinele season lesha. They won 42 runs. That's a totally walk off on cricket, Master.
Yes. Nangabe bakushaya nga 42 runs vele sibuka ukuthi bakushayile bakwendlulisa ekhaya, at least kube mhlambe sikhuluma ngabo 8 or 10 or maybe less than 20 ngasiyasho ukuthi cha beyi-tight le game, but 42 runs labawine ngayo iPark 11. Ngicabanga ukuthi bakhombisa kuba dominant at the moment.
Work with me, Master Langa, help me out here. When is it a game is decided by wickets? And when is it decided by runs?
Phathizo kulo 20 runs if batawukhona ukuthi banibhole out nangale asengibekise nje because lena i-T20 vele ihamba ku20 wema runs wema overs I mean ema overs ngeke ngasho before ngathi ema over ana 6 wamabhola lokusho ukuthi nangabe batawufika ku20 wama over labanye bana 150 bese bahamba labanye bawubetha bafike kulo 20 wema overs bana 130 shothi nangabe babhole awuthi onke ema wickets angale sekubuka ke lama wickets uthi lokusho ukuthi babahlule ngiyabekisa ngama 8 wama wickets basi nangabe bafike ku20 bana 5 wama wickets nangala bana 5 sekubuka ukuthi aphela lama runs bana ngakhi laba sekubuka ke le difference lokusho ukuthi nje lo 20 overs uphele laba bangetulu nga 42 wema runs
so mark decide on runs shots ema wickets balingene
ngendeka Phathizo dingafiki kulo 20 ma over babhole out nje banshine banicetse labajikako babacetse lababethako bangafiki kulo 20 wema overs bese ke lapho sekubuka ukuthi banishaye kuma wickets yes
hey master I think ngafuna kuyoba ngule fielder mina lapha kule
because you wesaba in
no my catching ability is top class.
Okay.
I used to be a goalkeeper at some point in time. At some point in time during development, so I started out as a goalkeeper.
Yeah, vele actually laba ngomtimba labangangawe. Sayesibafaka epalini.
I was actually good because safika ngama finals ngam2 Champions League master. So there was potential.
So ungaba good ke ube as a wicket goalkeeper.
Okay,
ubela move.
Yeah, mhlambe nalo.
Yes.
Now, going forward master. There's this I won't say it's new anymore because it's been everywhere since they are making moves and all that. They received equipment, 1.1 million if I'm not mistaken, 1.1 worth of playing equipment, tech ball. Over the weekend they received that amount of facilities playing equipment. How we gonna work on that, master? Planning in tech ball playing equipment langa.
Phathizo on Friday afika ematafula lebeka solo amelwe ema teams labeka solo amele ematafula maningi kakhulu afikile ke 56 ematafula in fact lawa awafanana nawa lafika ekucala la tech 1 ngalenye ilanga so kuyotholakala isikhathi kufundzisa umehluko lawa tech light ahlukahlukile kulalamanye kukhona nabo tech smart yes this is the tech light linala masondvo yes lelewe kusolo kudlalwa ngayo kwi-Tech1 ite wona lamasondvo yes ngicabanga ukuthi afikile le tech light yakhona ungakhona kudlala uwedwa because le linye side lekumele ngabe kunalo lomunye khona uyalibenda yes udlale wedwa ngicabanga silo mehluko ulapho but nje ema teams kumele abhalise in fact lamatafula lawa ayakule kulama teams
la ayako lama teams maphi ama teams
kunama teams la beka bhalisile Phathizwe le program club development program beka bhalisile ukuthi afuna kuba part of kuba ama teams under i-tech ball abhalisile ke lamanengi lamanye futhi asabhalisa beka buda nje matafula ukuthi etanini afikile matafula labanye solo bachubeka babhalisa then nasekubhalisiwe then kutawudeliver ke lamatafula ayekulawo ma clubs la khona
multi ama teams and you're talking of tech ball is it football teams or ngathatha nje ngisuke mina
if
thatha wena ngithatha Fabrice
if you have a team uthi wena thina si team Phathizo FC and ngifuna ukujoina i-tech ball uyabuya uyabhalisa and lama requirements la khona lapha uyawamita then uyanikwa litafula lihlala kuyo litafula siyakupha i-tech ball iyakupha lihlala kuwe litafula lidlalela lengicaba ukuthi lasabhalisile semanengi kakhulu even the Premier League teams now abhalisile asayalifuna litafula
good for your control
kakhulu but boqinisile Phathizo over the worth over $1 million lamatafula la 56 tables ngicabanga ukuthi asafile the teams can wait inkombi nje lebe bashaya bafuna wona lamatafula
sibonga kakhulu master
Kubonga mina Phathi sibonge nemali.
Nami ngihamba ngiyokha i-team yami ngibona ukuthi ngingakhona yini ujoina sibone ama tournaments hopefully kutaba nema tournaments
lapho. In fact Phathi anguhlebele kungenteka kube ne biggest tournament letaba khona in fact biggest in la Eswatini yayo ithepu ngiyahlebela nje ngalothi menu we friends yeah.
I'll keep tabs on that master. Sibonga kakhulu ke master naleyo tip lesingangipha yona nyalo ukuthi let me look out for that something so la sengibhalise nyalo because the control phela bemubi vele kusukela nje so ngicantsi it's one sport lengakhona nami ekusidlala. Sibonga kakhulu ke nakubo bayo icricket la e-studio esahlala nabo sibongeleke kakhulu ke naye Derek wayo tennis lo ufike wadlala waba ngishambeni. Sibongele naye ke Bruce Gama lo ufike lo bengishambeni kanye naye banathulane egina kuwo ema doubles ayo cricket lebedlala over the weekend. It was a great weekend indeed if you love tennis, if you love cricket and other sporting courts ataqhubeka abambe pass la uma conduct sports amele uhulumende ukuthi awanike leyo green light. Of course we cannot wait for all of us to go back to our sporting courts, whatever sporting courts you play. We cannot wait. And I hope mbukele ukuthi ulithokotela lihlelo la namuhla qhubeka ke mbukele uthokotela ihlelo lesilesela dona sengumsakazo we Eswatini TV thina nawe sitawubonana ngalesine kulolu hlelo libhola Eswatini. Good night.